Friends, in this episode, I'm going to share with you why the Senate parliamentarian Elizabeth McDonnell did not agree with immigration reform in the Senate budget reconciliation process. We're also going to share with you who the potential X factors could be and what is what I call Plan C. Now, stay tuned all the way to the end. All right, friends, thank you for tuning in. Welcome to Green Card Guys TV. I'm your host, John Ting, and I want to share with you this document, the explanation from Elizabeth McDonnell. Let's go through this. Okay, so the question before us, as it says here, it's really a legal question, of course. And this person has worked, I believe, more than a decade in this position. In fact, it takes years of training. So I believe whatever this person, Elizabeth McDonnell, I could be pronouncing her last name wrong, I trust that what she has come to a decision, unfortunately, is for the better. Congress will just have to find a way. Democrats specifically, with hopefully some Republicans, will have to find a way to make it work for you. Now, here is the question. Might be more than you want to know. You probably just want to know, is it going to work or not? But it's very important, friends, to understand why this person, Senate parliamentarian, basically the gatekeeper for immigration reform in terms of budget reconciliation, why she thought this way. Because I think this is why the other Democratic and also Republican senators have come up with a plan, and we'll share that with you after this. Now, they look at how this can affect the national debt, the national deficit, okay? If you've been living in America a long time, you probably hear this every election. And that's usually the topic at hand when it's a normal election, when it didn't involve Donald Trump, because he talked about everything else anti-immigration. So in my last episode last week, I had discussed how I thought it could go through and be granted through the gatekeeper because it did say that the money that you would pay in, these penalty fines, essentially, these extra fees would be deposited into the Treasury Department, which in my opinion, would reduce the national deficit. But Elizabeth, the gatekeeper, saying that would be not enough, okay, because it would outweigh the benefits of being an American citizen overall and also a resident. The cost of like Medicare, for example, the national benefits would increase, okay? So meaning the more people that have legal status in America, then the national deficit would increase. And she said right here, it could increase the deficit by $140 billion over 10 years, okay, as a result of the social safety net / benefits program. That's a big deal. So the fact that they've considered the CBO, they call it the congressional budget, it considered that number, okay, the amount of potential people, they used 8 million people that could benefit from this potential program. And the other reason, I'm going to scroll down here, even when people coming, so it says here specifically Medicare, Medicaid, SNAP, CHIP, Social Security, SSI, those are all benefits that have amounted to, I believe it said 140 billion above. But the other thing is that she said, finally, it is important to note an obvious corollary, meaning what could happen an opposite effect if there were 50 Republicans and the vice president who's Republican. What could happen if they wanted to try to pass something through the budget reconciliation process as well? You also have to look at the opposite effect in the future. And that could set a precedent, meaning a future pathway for the other party to do something that was not intended to be done. And that also can mean, so even if she had agreed right today or this past Sunday to say, sure, let's let immigration reform happen. And with respect to this specific proposal, let's let it happen. But in the future, the Republicans could ask me the same question, and she would have to say yes again. And the same question, but opposite effect, meaning we want to reduce the national debt by removing the legal status of certain people. So that is what the main issue is, okay, about the money, the national debt, and also what could it mean for the future, what we call precedent, okay, friends? So that's the gist of it. There's a lot more to discuss of it, but it's a 3-page opinion, okay? I'm going to share with you something else because of the proposals. By the way, friends, we do offer a free 15-minute preliminary discussion, but you have to provide the secret code, which we'll provide at the end of the show. So please stay tuned all the way to end. And by the way, friends, we'll also share a copy of this opinion by the Senate parliamentarian. expect that in the description box below if you'd like to review it later on. But I do want to share another option C. Okay, Plan C. In general, this is what I call it, Plan C, because this is what is proposed by Senator Alex Padilla, Senate Bill Proposal number 2753, a bill to amend a law, basically, to authorize lawful permanent resident status for certain college graduates who enter the U.S. as children and for other purposes. So you might be wondering, why the heck? Why only children? Why only college graduates? Let me share a little bit more with you. Even though it is introduced by a Democrat, Alex Padilla, he's part of the Senate Judiciary Committee, and he's trying to make a lot of progress. I believe he introduced another bill earlier this year for essential workers, and there's no progress on that. Let me scroll down here. Co-sponsors. I always like to look at this because you always ask, what is the realistic situation? If there's any bill to be passed or at least be read on the Senate floor or the House floor, this could be it. Look here. We have number 2 person right here, Senator Richard Durbin, Illinois, the Democrat Illinois. He's the person that's been speaking, I feel like, almost every week about immigration reform, saying why it's important to support dreamers, TPS holders, and essential workers and farm workers, okay? So we got him as one of the co-sponsors. We have another Democrat, Christopher Coons, out of Delaware. But very important, friends, we have 2 Republicans, Senator Rand Paul, and Senator Susan Collins out of Maine. Senator Rand Paul, you might hear in the news because he always gives Dr. Anthony Fauci a hard time. So he's out of the Kentucky, which, by the way, friends, you might think is all Republican leadership there, but the governor, last time I checked, is actually Democrat. But I don't know why. In terms of the senator, they're both Republican, okay? Because we have Mitch McConnell there as well, or they have Mitch McConnell. And let's see here. So this is critical. This is very helpful. As you can imagine, you've all probably wondering, why are Republicans not joining on board? And okay, great. We finally have 2 Republicans on this proposal. Why? My prediction is because it doesn't offer that much benefit, or I'm sorry, let me rephrase. The benefit of the residency is only applied to very limited circumstances, okay? Situations. As they say here, it's only to authorize lawful permanent residence for certain college graduates who entered as children, so AKA dreamers, okay, DACA recipients. And you might wonder, well, why is Alex Padilla only doing that right now? If I know anything about politics, which I've never been a politician, but following this, my prediction is this is actually the best path forward, especially now as Plan C, in my opinion. There's a lot of proposals out there, but I think this could gain some ground. I'm not entirely sure if this is what other Democrats say that could be the plan, their backup plan per se. But this is a good plan, okay? This was introduced actually September 15th. So that was actually 5 days ago. That means Democrats, of course, anticipated that the Senate Parliamentarian would reject their proposal, okay, which she did on Sunday. This is what I always hope for any politician, is to be ready for the next step. What if, Senate Parliamentarian Elizabeth McDonald does reject it, okay? So what's next? And here it is. Here is one plan. And it has 2, it's balanced. It has, 2 co-sponsors Democrat and 2 co-sponsors Republican, okay, who are high up in leadership in the Republican field, the Republican Party, okay? So that is very helpful. Let's see here. Okay, friends. So again, stay tuned. We will share with you the secret code for the free 15-minute preliminary discussion. And I want to show you his Facebook page. He says on the right side, make no mistake, this is a day ago, our fight for immigration reform is not over. Well, because he proposed a plan. He actually filed a proposal. We will keep pushing to meet this moment and deliver for millions of immigrants who call the United States home. And he says it's not over and meet this moment in history, right? Because we have a Democratic president and there's slight majority with a tiebreaker with Vice President Kamala Harris. And so he's basically saying we need to take advantage of the situation, try to get a bill signed or passed and signed by the president that can at least help a certain amount of people. Unfortunately, right now, it doesn't mention anything about essential workers, doesn't mention anything about TPS holders, okay, or farm workers, because there's already another one passed by the House for farm workers, by the way, and TPS holders, and actually Dreamers, American Promise Act. But this is the path forward, okay? Politically, this is because after you think about it, there's already been several proposals that include a lot of people, potentially 8 to 11 million people estimated. And this would help some people, right? Politically, the process, they just need a bill to get onto the House floor or the Senate floor to be discussed. In the process after that, after they read it, then senators on each party side, each party line can propose an amendment, whether to remove something or to add something. But if there's already a roadblock to even get it onto the House floor or Senate floor, then it can't even be considered, right? So that's why I believe this is the path forward, friends. Okay, it might not include everyone that we hope for right now, but it could in the future. They just need time to get it onto the congressional floor. Okay, that wraps it up. But if I get the text of that proposal, we will definitely share with you. If you have any questions, of course, please let us know. You can do that by, even if you schedule an appointment on our website, that's the best way. But our website is down below in the description box, greencardguys.com. If you're new to our channel, by the way, friends, please smash the like button if you enjoy our content. And also, please subscribe down below. We greatly appreciate it. And by the way, friends, you've been waiting for this. If you're new to our channel, you're waiting for this secret code. Here it is, okay? Green Card Guys. You could have guessed it, but the not so secret code is right here, okay? Please share that. If you do want to take advantage of the free 15 minutes, you do need to share that with our cares team when you call in, or if you fill out the intake form down below, we'll try our best to call you within 24 hours of a business day. If you have any questions, of course, contact us. Our phone number is right there. You can text us if you're at work, and we can contact you later, 346-330-5888. And friends, until next time, please continue wearing your mask. Take care.